Hey guys, it's your girl Melody Marie and I am back with another video. What better time to come back when there is this crisis going on, this moment, this COVID moment, sorry I can't talk, where we're practicing social distancing and, quarantine. This is the best time to come back. Anyways, I miss you guys. Bored without you guys. A lot's been happening in the past, year or so. So we'll get into that in another video. I'll update you guys on all the tea. Maybe. I'll let you know. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about my little score that I got on my foot. My little incident that almost killed me. So, as most of you know, my foot was serious. I got seriously injured on my foot. What happened was I was walking my dog, and if you guys don't know my dog, his name is Scooby. I will insert a picture. He's a pit bull / Labrador retriever, chocolate lab. He's the sweetest dog ever, but he is a little aggressive when it comes to other dogs, but that could be because he hasn't been neutered. He has all that testosterone going in him. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, but recently he's just been tripping. He used to be really friendly. He goes to dog parks. He's good with dogs. He's great with dogs. He loves playing. He's a friendly dog. He just wants to play. But I don't know. When I walk him, it's a different story. So, I was walking my dog. I was walking him. And then there was this little dog. I don't know what type of dog it was, but it was a little dog. Scooby saw the dog and then he tried to chase the dog. And I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone real quick trying to send a message. And that's where I messed up. Because I got to pay attention to him. But at the same time, he usually doesn't act like that. I don't know why he does that sometimes. He needs to stop. If you guys have any suggestions or any little hints or helps or any recommendations to make your dog stop being so aggressive to other dogs when we're walking him, when I'm walking him, please comment down below because your girl need help. He's tripping and I just want him to be nice and friendly. He doesn't act like this when we go to the dog park. He doesn't act like this when he meets other dogs, when he goes to their house or anything. So I don't know why he acts like this when I walk him around the neighborhood. Anyways, back to the story. So he's seen this little dog and he tried to chase him. I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. I think I was texting my sister. I don't know. I was texting somebody. And then, next thing you know, he pulls me across the street. Because we're across the street. It's not that big of a gap, but we're across the street. And he pulls me across the street. And then his leash it falls out of my hand. I'm gripping it so hard, but then it pulls out of my hand. Because he's 80 pounds of muscle. He's pretty strong. So then, Scooby gets to the dog. But the dog's running too because the girl lets go of her dog. I'm like, what the hell she let go of her dog? But she let go of her dog's leash. She literally just let go of it. She didn't care. She was probably take the dog, not me. At that point. Because my dog was going over there. Well, my dog is not mean to people or anything. Nor is he mean to dogs. He's just territorial, I guess, with his walking area. I don't know why he started getting like that. I don't know how. Because I always tell him to be nice and friendly and just sniff the dog and everything. I don't know. But she lets go. And then I see the leash on the ground. Because I told Scooby to stop. I said, Scooby, stop. And he finally stopped. Because I was telling him over and over and over. So I told him to stop. And I see the leash on the ground. I try to get it. I jump for it. And then I grabbed it. But then the harness wrapped around my foot, my right foot. And then Scooby did one more like pull to go to the dog. The dog ran off to the house, somewhere back to the house. And the girl was just watching everything. Lord, that girl was testing me. She didn't do nothing. She just watched everything happen. She didn't even try to save her dog or nothing. She was just like, F it. And so it wrapped around my foot, my right foot. Scooby kind of like went forward, and I told him to stop, and he kind of yanked me, and then I fell on the ground, and then his harness took some skin off my foot. So it was pretty bad. Like, it took some skin off. I fell to the ground. I was scratched up. It was concrete. Like, it was like the road. So it was like, it hurt. Like, that I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. My foot was twisted. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And I was so upset. So upset. Like, so upset at my dog. Upset at her for her letting her dog go instead of her like holding her dog, or like being like no, or like even just walking away, you know, because my dog was not gonna go after the girl. And if you tell him no, he will not go. But with me, he likes to play with me. I think he likes to try me. I don't know what it is, because I told him, no, come back, sit, no, come back. It took, I don't know, like I was already on the ground, and it was wrapped around my ankle already, and I was like, Scooby, no. And that's when he like stopped. I don't know if he like figured that I wasn't playing no more, and I was pissed, because I was pissed at that point. But he stopped. He sit down and looked back at me, and I was just like, you little something. But the girl was like, sorry, and then she left. This guy in the car was like, do you need help? I was like, nah, I'm good. Mind you, I'm still laying on the floor trying to get my life together to get up. I had sandals on. He broke my sandals completely. My foot was hurting. It was like kind of twisted and like bleeding and all that. I had to call my sister to give me some sneakers. And I still finished walking my dog before I went in the house and started tending to my wounds. Then I realized it was really bad. Like, there was a big skin was peeled off. It was like terrible. But I started taking care of it. I did Neosporin, and then I did hydrogen peroxide. And I tried my best to clean it and everything. Then it got to the point where it was puffy. Like, my leg was getting swollen and it was hurting like crazy every time I stepped. It was like a shock going into my body every time from my foot, every time I stepped on that foot. And it was swollen and it was red in the area, and I was like, this don't look right. And then it was kind of like puffy, and there was like some yellow stuff on the wound. Like, the wound was open. It was like this probably on my foot, and it was open. And the worst part was, it was like, you know how you like move your foot? Let me see if I can show you guys. I still have a scar, but you see how it's like that? It was right there where you like move your foot a lot right there. You use your foot a lot. I don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, it was by my ankle kind of. So yeah, that shit was like, excuse my language. That wound was like big, and it was like yellow and puffy and like nasty, and like yellow pus was coming out. Girl, that was nasty. Okay, that was nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was nasty. And I would wrap it up, and there's people telling me two different things: wrap it up, and then some of them leave it open to let it air out, and then some of them wrap it up, and this back and forth stuff. And then I tried my best to make my best, you know, like my best decisions on my foot. Honestly, at one point I got really scared that I could probably lose a foot, because we'll get there. So it's getting puffy and everything, and I'm like, I tell my friend, my best friend, I'm like, listen, because she told me not to go to because as soon as it happened, I wanted to go to the clinic, right, like the urgent care. And she was like, no, just clean it, take care of it, try your best and everything. I tried. At this point, it was nasty. It was nasty. It was like puffy. It wasn't terrible, but it was pretty bad. Like there was an infection in it. Like there was some bacteria in it. It was bad. So I went, I think it was like a week. I didn't go. And then I don't know, it was 4 or 5 days that I went. I was like, you know what, I gotta go, girl. I gotta go because this don't feel right. It hurts. It looks weird. I don't think I'm taking care of it like I'm supposed to be taking care of it. So I was like, I gotta go. And she was like, I can get you in here. Come over. I got some girls that can look at it and check it out. So they checked it out. They even had the doctor check it out. The doctor really was like, oh, girl, we kind of can't help you. But then they were like, are you serious? It's not that big of a deal where she has to go to like a specialist for foot. And at that point, I was a little scared. I was like, oh my gosh, they can't help me. They even said the hospital couldn't help me. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, if you can't help me, the urgent care, the hospital can't help me, and I got to a specialist, girl, I ain't got no insurance. Insurance. I don't have no insurance, and you want me to go there? That's like triple everything, you know? So I was a little scared. That was going to lose a foot, and that was going to cost me an arm and a leg. And I was like a little, you know, I was trying to keep it together, but I was a little scared. Mind you, I was a little mad too because I found out that my foot was really bad and I might have to go to a specialist, and my friend told me not to go. When I first wanted to go to them, she was like, not to go. When it first happened, I wanted to go to the urgent care, and she was like, no, don't go, try to take care of it. And she was trying to save me money and everything. But I was like, at the cost of my foot, like, girl, no. And she said I was doing everything right, but it got to the point where it got infected. And that's where the yellow stuff, the puff and all that, it was bad. It was red. It was swollen. It was gushing some yellow stuff. It was nasty. It was terrible. So they gave me some strong antibiotics that I still put on till this day. They gave me some... Let me see, hold on. They gave me this, which they said is just like hydrogen peroxide, but they said this would be better. So I've been using this to clean it out, to really clean it. And I did that every day, like 3 times a day, sometimes 2 times a day, because it got to the point where it wasn't that bad. But I would do it every day, every like, what, it was 6 to 8 hours, I believe. And I would do it, and I put the cream on, and I wrap it up. And then sometimes when I'm home, I let it air out, because, you know, you need it to air out, like, it needs to dry up a little bit too. So I did that, and it got better after a little bit. It got better. I mean, oh, and they put me in some antibiotics, some strong antibiotics that I had to take in the mouth. Like, I forgot what it was, but it was something with an M. So I took those 2 every time I cleaned my those were, what, that was a lot actually. I think it was like I had to take 4 a day or 3 a day every 4 hours or something like that. That was a lot, and they were big pills. They were big. So I did that, and I came the next day. But the thing is that I didn't take it right away because because Publix closed when I got home. That's where I was supposed to get it after work, but then I forgot, and then I got it like the very next morning, and then I took it. So there was not enough time for the antibiotics to kick in. So I went back the next day to the urgent care, and they thought it got worse, and they were like, listen, that's really killing you by not taking antibiotics, so you need to take the one in the mouth as well. And I told them I just got it, like I was at work, and like the pharmacy closes I think at like 6, but I get home literally at 6, so I didn't have time to do it. But then the next day I think I left early, and then I had time to go and get it. So I finally got it, and then she told me it's gonna get worse, and that she was like, oh, she's scared that it might be this other disease no, not disease, this other infection that's really, 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 really bad, that like it was like eating into the skin. She showed me a picture. I got a little scared, I'm not gonna lie, again. And then they told me to go to the hospital, so I went to the Coral Springs hospital. They didn't do nothing. Literally didn't even give me a room or nothing. I was like in the hallway on one of the little beds, and the doctor came over and said, you are fine, you are doing great, the medicine that they gave you was great, there's nothing like that I can prescribe to you, because that's what I would give you too. So I went there for no reason, literally 5 minutes. I have the paperwork, when you check in and then check out, girl, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because I had to wait and then wait for him. But literally nothing. Didn't give me no antibiotics or nothing. Didn't run no tests to see if it was that infection. Nothing. So low-key, I don't like them as a hospital. Sorry guys, low-key I don't. Cause like how you didn't run no tests. Like, this urgent care was really scared that I could have had this very dangerous infection, and they looked at it and was like, nah, you're good, like you're fine, what they gave you was good, and just keep doing what you're doing. And then the only thing he recommended, he was like, I can recommend you a surgeon if the skin doesn't grow, for you to get surgery to get the skin back on. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to make sure I have a foot. What you mean? And I even told him, I was like, are you sure? Because if I come back and I don't have no foot, I'm coming for you, just so you know. I'm coming for you. Because, like, I'm coming scared and petrified. Like, I almost cried. Like, literally. Because this lady, like, she scared me. Like, she really scared me. And then my best friend showed me a picture of what type of disease she thought it could have been. And I was, like, a little scared. So, but then I got pissed because I was like, dang. So I just spent 5 minutes at this hospital for him to just tell me that I need to take the same stuff that I was already doing and do the same thing. Like, it was nothing serious. So I was a little upset. But me being a positive person, I was like, you know what? It's better that I went and I got it checked out. And, you know, like, they told me, I mean, they look. It's better that I went and got it checked out, because what if I would have never did and it was a disease? That would have been worse. Not a disease, why do I keep calling that? A big infection, and it would have been worse. Then I would have been like out of luck. But it wasn't. As you can actually see, it is healing. It's actually closed up. It's just like kind of scarred. So I'm trying to keep putting Neosporin and the little antibiotics they gave me, so it can like heal up and actually go back to my regular skin. I mean, it's going little by little, very little by little, because I got this back in December, right? The beginning of December. We're now in March and I still have this little thing. I think before my cruise in February, that's when it actually closed up and healed. It took so long. And mind you, I was taking them antibiotics and everything. It took so long. But yeah, it's healing. Let me show you guys a little bit how it looks. So yeah, this is actually how it looks. It's not that bad. Could be a lot worse. It's not that bad. Actually, I don't know. So yeah, it's not that bad. It's closed up. It's healing. I mean, it has a little scar. I'm trying to get that. We're working with that. But yeah. If you guys have any recommendations, any suggestions on this territorial thing with him being walked and him wanting to like fight other dogs. By the way, he did not bite that dog at all. He did not touch that dog or anything. He just chased it in a little circle, and then once it left off, it left. Scooby did not move. Like after that, he sat down and was like, well then. He just wanted to play. But because he's a big dog and he's barking, they get scared, which I understand. He's a big dog and he's half pit bull and half Labrador Retriever, so I get it. But Scooby, did you have to do that? No. But it's cool, you know, we moved past it. It's getting healed. I still love Scooby. I still walk Scooby. We're still working on that little issue, but yeah. That is it for the video. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Also, if you have any suggestions on more videos, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to follow all my other social medias. You can talk to me there. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'll see you guys next time with my next video.